Today's video is unboxing a new bag from Marc Jacobs. Well, it's mostly new. All right, I'll explain after we get into it, so let's just get started. Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Eva. I'm getting ready to unbox this new bag from Marc Jacobs, and I was very interested in this release when it came out about, I don't know, last fall. I was very interested in it, but something was holding me back. So it's just been re-released in a color combination that really spoke to me. In fact, it was calling my name. And speaking of calling my name, look at this personalization. Isn't that cool? I could have ordered this bag directly off the website, but I chose to order through a sales associate. The box was very kindly personalized from the sales associate, and I do enjoy following sales associates on social media. So Kevyn with Marc Jacobs, and if you're a Coach fan, you probably already know about Brand, but in case you don't follow him, I think you will also really enjoy his content as well. So I'll link both of their profiles down below. Okay, so let's get into this box. And it's in the dust bag, but can you see the handles peeking out from the dust bag here? Yes. And here is the card that says, "Thank you, stay chill, Kevyn." And that's perfect for this particular bag. So this is the Marc Jacobs Stephen Sprouse collaboration bag. Look at this. And obviously it was the pink that really called my name. So you've probably already seen this bag on YouTube videos, either here in the pink version or in the green version, or just a Marc Jacobs tote in general. But after I show you around the bag quickly, I'm going to share with you some things that I've been learning about Stephen Sprouse and this collaboration. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. So here's some information from the tag. American fashion designer Stephen Sprouse pioneered the then revolutionary idea of mixing uptown sophistication with a downtown punk. Marc first saw Sprouse's graffiti prints in 1984 and got to know him when they worked on their now iconic collaboration with Louis Vuitton. "I want to use Stephen's graffiti because it meant something to me. Stephen as an artist, Stephen as a New York figure. It had the credibility of street, but also the style of somebody who was a fashion designer." The tote bag was first released in 2019 and is now reinterpreted with Stephen's graffiti. So the story of Stephen's graffiti on this bag is very specific and very personal to Marc. And when I heard the story, it really resonated with me. So quickly, I'll just summarize that they were working together for that first Louis Vuitton collab. Marc understandably was quite stressed about it because he was going to be, putting some graffiti on top of the monogram, which up until that point was a big no-no, like don't touch it. Stephen knew that Marc was quite stressed about it, so he left a note for him to find which said, "Grant me the serenity to chill." And now all these years later, Stephen's already passed, but Marc asked for permission to use that language and his handwriting again here on the tote bag. So not only is it in Stephen Sprouse's own handwriting here that's been copied onto this tote, but it also has some visual interest in that it reads this way: "Grant me," and then around backwards, "the serenity to chill." When things don't go as planned, or when I don't have enough information to actually make a full-on long-range plan, sometimes I get quite anxious about it. And here's a little close-up of the patch on the back. So yes, I often need that reminder just to let things go and chill a bit. Things often work better than I could have even imagined. Here's the strap that comes with this bag. You can see that it has the silver hardware and black leather. That's one of the things I wanted to mention, is that the hot pink fuchsia print here is on the base of black. And so this is what it looks like when you look down inside this tote. It is leather lined with a little bit of fabric here on the bottom. And I love this detail too. When you pull out the pocket, you can see the Stephen Sprouse Marc Jacobs collab right here on the inside of the bag. All right, so I've just put this little heart charm here on the handle of the bag, and I'm letting it kind of drape upside down. I think the pink looks really cute on this. And then I put the Coach dinky chain on here and attached it to where the crossbody strap attached, and then just let it drape down like this in the front. I think that's really fun. So right as I placed the order for this new tote bag, I wanted to learn a little bit more about Stephen Sprouse. I mean, I'd heard about that famous collaboration with Louis Vuitton, but I didn't really know much about him as an artist or designer. So I started here in this book. As you can see, it's Louis Vuitton, Marc Jacobs. So it's specifically about the collections and the years that Marc Jacobs was the artistic director at Louis Vuitton. And there is a section here about his collaborations that he did while he was working at Vuitton. And there's an interview here where he's talking about the Sprouse collaboration. So here are a few things I've learned recently about Stephen Sprouse that I thought were pretty cool that I'd like to share with you. He designed for some musicians that were really at the height of their game back in the 80s. Debbie Harry from Blondie, Duran Duran, Billy Idol, David Bowie, and Axl Rose. Yeah, so that rocker look was really a strong part of his work. So of course he really came to even more fame when he did the collaboration with Marc for Louis Vuitton in 2001. In 2002, he created a collection for Target. And in 2003, he collaborated with the brand Diesel. Unfortunately, he passed soon after those collaborations in 2004, but I think it's safe to say that he really left a mark on the fashion world. I know that I don't give off rocker vibes, really. But I like to have an alter ego sometimes. What can I say? To be honest, I have no idea how I got these chains on here. If I tried to recreate it, I don't know that I could get the same effect, but I'm loving it. It's just kind of twirled around the handles and then also attached here on both ends of the D-rings. I really love it though. Okay, so this is my first medium size tote bag. So just for fun, let's do a little comparison. So here's my large next to the medium. Let me back up even more so that you can see the difference here. Yeah, so this is a great shoulder bag. This is gonna be more of a handheld in the crook of the arm, of course. So this is what I mean by the new-ish bag from Marc Jacobs. Obviously, it's in new condition, but it's not the brand new release. The original release was back in the fall with the brown leather and bright green graffiti. But this is the one that I had to have, of course, with the fuchsia graffiti here. And I would not be surprised if more colors would be released in the future. Well, thanks for watching today. I'm very excited about this new tote. And if you are interested in ordering from Kevyn, I will have his information below. All right, thanks for watching. You take care and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.